Related, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. When is good is good. When is good is good. You see, they say when you throw a ball against a wall, it bounces back to you. For a very long time, there's something people have been pushing in Africa. They told us that we can allow people to be on their own. When some group of people, like the Tuareg in Mali, rose up and demanded that the northern part of Mali belong to them, the F whatever. So they have to allow them to have access to every resources. And according to our all in alls, outsiders are giving everything possible to these people to continue to cause destabilization. Now, that same thing that people were wishing for us finally reached their doorstep. They said God forbid, but this time round, the fire is firing them. According to some people in France, known as Flnc, a separatist movement from France, they are calling for independence. This group of people are saying that they have had enough. Now they need their own independence so that wherever that they occupy, that territory belongs to them. And they need to have full control. Everything must be under their control.
We are live with our regional correspondent, Serge Daniel. Good evening. Serge, what is the objective of this new coalition? Stay at home is the slogan of the National Liberation Front. Racing. The Flnc on Wednesday, August 5, 2026. On the page of mourning. It threatens the non-horns to settle on the island of LA, France. Then among the objectives is to fight for the protection of civilians and their property. According to them, the way to obtain is to take weapons to claim part of the national territory, and then reach the military struggle, the political struggle, the diplomatic struggle, and they say they will seek support abroad too. To be able to obtain the dictation of self-determination. The independence of this part of the territory of LA, France. See which amazes me about this case. He was in the name of 15 well-camouflaged men, and a single cameraman on the floor of the fifth world power. And it estimates that nearly 5,000 people, mostly French continentals, see Sencel every year the group. It has also been described as a masquerade. It's an expression I use. Thursday, August 6, 2026. The National Anti-Terrorist Prosecutor's Office, Flnc de la France, has opened an investigation for. So she'll show them might fit that I'm VE. Did I play by the song that did all this? Shoot, it did, it started. First said one in that pimp. He demands his independence. During this time, separatists and terrorists in Africa are welcome. In France they are well housed, well fed, and they pass their interviews in the media. French font meetings on LA, France. Without being worried, it was France that was behind the separatists in Sudan. The LA separatists of Algeria, called the Kabila. They are all installed in France. Even the terrorists who are in Mali. They are welcome in France. All those who take up arms against their own country are welcome in France. Africa does not have a weapons manufacturing plant, but in Africa, in some areas, we see children under 15 years old handling weapons that exceed the fortune of a city of more than 1,000 people. According to me, LA, France must show the example. Is to validate the independence of the National Liberation Front, of the Flnc, as an example of democracy and the freedom of a people. Suffered for 1966. So if France is refused their independence, so at this time, the Flnc of France will be the in Africa. We are ready to help them in communication and offer them also like fighters, also so that they can obtain their total independence. Serge Daniel, TV correspondent, Second World in the Sahel. Thank you, Serge, for these clarifications. Yes, as France speaks of those who do not look at it in the Sahel. Here we will talk about that too, belongs to thens. There too it is necessary that is free independent. France must leave peace to thens. There he the 2 days when the Flnc, the union of the fighters of spoke there France is he. The French authorities have entrusted the case to the prosecutor's
Against the
office of
terrorists,
struggle. He are not terrorists. No, not their territory. Belongs to them. It is necessary to leave them alone. They must be given their independence. They are independentists. This is their territory. It is not necessary to go to make them the force there in the Sahel here. There are people when they go out to talk. It is France that comes to help them by saying, no, CE are independentists. Their territories support them. Also belongs to thens. Hey, you should not feel safe on our territory. This comes from Wins talked like that to non-Corsians, established on the island of... There it caused the great fear in France. He total support to thens. Haha.
Just as we saw happening in Mali, where people took the chance, according to our all in all, to fuel things so that people can continue to, and they have made it look like it is a tribal thing in Mali. There are some group of people who are demanding that they are not part of the Malians. They even showed us history. You've seen the propaganda they brought out, claiming that this territory was never part of Mali. And however it manages to now finally end up in the hands of the Malian government, nobody knows. So they are advocating that the new military leader negotiate with these people. You saw the Frenchman who came and gave all in all 2 weeks to negotiate with the TT people, or he leaves office so that they can bring somebody proper. Now, the same thing is happening in France. The same movement is in France, and they are asking them to be careful. Oh, they have to give them what they want. You see, in this life, my people say when there is life, you meet again, no matter what. And we are seeing things unfold in a very special way. It was in Africa. You know, it's only Africans that have tribal issues. We are so divided that we can fight ourselves over anything. We've seen how people are capitalizing on these things to continue to keep the African divided. But today, the same things that they are wishing for the African are knocking on their door. The same thing that is happening in Mali, that the world is saying we should allow them to have their way because that territory belongs to them. It is not happening in the same place that people thought would never happen. You know, it has always been Africa that things can happen, where we can rise up and fight among ourselves, where we do not understand issues. But when it comes to these people, they understand themselves very well. And that is why they have lived together for all these years. And because they have managed their affairs very well, they have to move to Africa, where they claim we can never manage our own affairs, to then teach us governance system, teach us democracy, teach us everything that we don't know, because they claim we are primitive. But before they came into Africa, they saw our governance system, not this one that they gave to us. And now we are seeing how they have been able to govern themselves well, to the point that Africa needs them and they have to come here. And the same things that Africans are fighting over, the division, finally is in their homeland. Africans, all we need is unity. You don't understand the games they are playing with us. They come out showing the world how strong they are, how united they are, and how divided the African is. But when you look, the same things that they are preaching to the African, the same cracks are found there. But they have managed to be able to control or cover theirs up. And the African will go to any length just to destroy. You see how we love these people. Like one time Joshua Mampanga said one thing, that the African loves these people. Simple, because when they came to us, they packaged their God in their own image. So when the African rises against them, we think that we are harming their God. That is the problem of us in Africa. If not, whatever that they are preaching to you and I is what is happening there. It is Mali, it is Burkina, It is Niger. The people are fighting for their rights. I think these same people are also fighting for their rights because they say they need their own independence. So they need to run their own affairs, just like the Tuareg in Mali. No, I am not sure that this is happening there. You know, it's only the African that can rise up and do these things. We are primitive. We are not civilized. So they are here to civilize us for how many centuries now? Yes. But why are we seeing this division in this same country? That is preaching to the world how tribal issues are dividing us, how the African needs them, how the African needs them, how the African needs these people, the same people who are the problem solvers of the world. You see, they have the veto power, they decide what happens, they know the in and out of the world. We only came and met them and we have to obey them. Now are divided themselves. People rising for independence. Just like we are rising to claim our independence. And people are preaching dependency because they believe that the African do not deserve to be independent. If not, why would people be preaching independence from the United States of America? But when they come to Africa, they tell you, the African, that you need to sit here and wait for them to come and help you. You can't do anything for yourself. And when we finish, we hear them saying that even what they need to defend themselves, they don't have it. Yet they are signing security pacts with our leaders in the name of protection when they themselves do not have it. They say one thing today, another time they expose themselves. So, is it the African who lacks understanding, and that's why we are having us fighting among ourselves, or people are the ones that are making the African fight? Whatever way it is, because we heard the former CIA boss telling us how the money to put Africa into chaos, supporting the smaller groups against. You see how we can rise up and do things. So now, what is actually happening in France? Is it that they have their system finally failed them? That's why we are seeing the cracks and people are rising up saying they need their own independence? No, I think this is not happening in that country, because this country told the world how they are strong, how they've been able to build themselves, how they have been able to unite. And it is only the African they need to help to unite, because when it comes to understanding, I think Africans, we still need to go back and come back again, because we need that. And that's why they are here to help the African. But if we are seeing the same thing happening in that country, then we need to be asking a lot of questions. We need to be asking a lot of questions. What is actually happening in France? We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Europe and in France.